We are live. We are live. How do I know that we are been able to test some stuff? I know that you can kind of hear this, but who is in here? My peeps. Who's in here? Yeah, that's right. It's top of the morning, Taya. Top of the morning means that we're gonna get going in the morning. We're not just gonna scallywag around. That made no sense. It's not even Irish. That's like pirate mixed with Irish. And I want you to know that you're gonna get a version of Carlitos you may not have had before, unfiltered, unrestricted, and doing and talking about the things that I think will be entertaining and uplifting. Yes, that's right. So every single one of you who joins me into these lives, which I'm going to do as many as I possibly can, thank you. And of course, a lot of times, you're going to be watching these later. You're going to be watching these, when you're chilling at the casa. And what I want you to know is I appreciate you checking it out. So I just want you to know that what we're going to talk about here. Oh, look, this is a little Justin Bieber here. Hold on one second. There we go. So, how you feeling today? I feel great. 100% honest. It has taken a while to build this studio how I want to build it. It's not even remotely what it's going to be. This is just literally a technical setup. Eventually, this is going to be a badass set. Eventually, I'm going to be switching to a bunch of different things, and it's going to be the happiest I've ever been producing stuff in this sense. Why? I can feel it right now. What is it that gives you that feeling of happiness? What is it that gives you like makes me happy is entertaining people. What makes me happy is making people feel good. What makes me happy is creating something that's cool, whether it's comedy or something uplifting or whether it's that's what makes me happy. And luckily I've been able to make a career out of it, especially now. But what is your passion? And it's all different for everybody. And most of the time it gets squelched down because we're like, man, no way I'm gonna be a painter. No way I'm gonna start a nonprofit. No way I'm gonna be a dancer. No way I'm gonna, I don't give a shit what it is. Now is the time. We're living in the roaring 20s. Stock market's never been better. Sure, our president is pretty much out of it, and the contender is on the same level. They're both gone. But hey, we're here, and you can take control of your life. And for one thing I know is I've never let politicians, I've never let the government, no, 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 no. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to live out my passion. I want you to do that as well. So today, take a little sheet. Say, hey, what is that thing that I love? What is that thing that I have a lot of patience for? And I don't want you to say the kids. What's up, Christopher? Because we all got passion and patience for our kids. What is it that you can provide to the world that needs to be out there? It's something unique. It's something different, and that's why you watch this live. This is what to the top brings you. Yes, does it bring you lives where we're going to be talking about Justin Timberlake? Where we're going to be talking about Jake Paul? We're going to be talking about what a lot of different things in the news. Sure, that's one aspect. Then every single month, maybe a couple times a month, you're going to be getting to the top show. That is a sketch comedy motivational show as if Tony Robin Williams was hosting. And that's me. And then, of course, you're going to get some Meglos. And it's a lot of different things. Comedy meets motivation meets it all. So thank you for being here. And I'm living out the stuff that I want to do in my life. I want you to live out yours. So do me a favor, like and share and comment. What do you do for a living? What is your passion? What do you want to do? And why aren't you doing it? Or why are you doing it? That's number one. Let's talk about now the next thing. If you pop up there, I'll give you some love. Justin Timberlake. My gosh. Justin Timberlake. Um, what's weird is if you go over to the top Carlos on I hope that this is the mic that you can hear me on. Oh, that would really suck. Let's see here. Da, da, da. All right. So Justin Timberlake got arrested in the Hamptons for DUI. I don't know if there's a better place to get arrested than the Hamptons. I mean, I think it's a pretty sweet spot to get arrested. I don't know how many hardened criminals live in the Hamptons or remotely in the Hamptons area. I've personally never been to the Hamptons. Where's the Hamptons? That's how non-bougie I am. I think the Hamptons are in New York, if I'm not mistaken. I've been to Napa Valley, and in my non-bougie brain, it is the same thing. I know you wine drinkers out there are like, "What? Napa Valley is the home of drinking wine." Yeah, I know it is. I've been there. But I guess Justin Timberlake got arrested, and that's the thing that bothers me. Me, myself, being an alcoholic, somebody that I haven't had a drink in a very long time, and it just was something that brought me down all the time. I mean, sure, did I have some good times with it? Sure, but ultimately, it just fucked up my life, and and then I see these situations. It's not like I'm thinking, "Oh, Justin's got this horrific problem." But I don't know the situation. All I know is that now this is the coverage on him, and 1 second ago, he was trying to get his reputation back from Britney's thing. Anyway, my point is this. It doesn't matter how big you are. He was the one of the biggest acts in the world. There was nobody bigger than Justin Timberlake. And now, because of a lot of different things, he's looked at it in a different light. And I don't that's not necessarily fair. I don't think that's fair because personally, he's never done anything to me or you, unless you're Britney Spears. And if you're watching this, what's up, Brit? What's up, girl? But my point is that that I think that hopefully this is something that he'll go, I probably need a wake-up call. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he had one martini. I can't believe that, but and the cops were dicks, which I could believe that. I got a ticket the other day driving home from Georgia. Yeah, it's always fun to get a ticket. No, and you have to do the whole yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, what? I was what? I don't know if there's any footage on Justin Timberlake getting arrested, but I hope that he was like, "Do you know who I am?" That's my Justin Timberlake. I was bringing sexy back. Yeah. Maybe he did that. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Now, I wish Justin Timberlake the best. I met him 2 times. One time he was with Britney Spears before anybody knew them. They were together. It was a big hubbub. I was like, "Oh my god, Britney Spears and Justin! Oh my god!" And the other time was at a skating ring. We had a little mini afro, and he kind of seemed a little conceited. I got to be honest. So maybe this is your combatants. That's not even a word. I wish you luck, Justin. I don't know if he has the money to pay for a lawyer. I know when I got arrested for fighting and drinking like a savage beast that I was back in the day, it crushed me, and it will crush you. That's the message out of this. That's this. Justin's going to live with some shame, but if you get a DUI, I'm telling you right now, your world is fucked. And I've luckily never had a DUI. And thank you for the thumbs up. For anybody who's in here, thank you for the thumbs up. Once again, didn't tell anybody I was jumping on the live, just jumped on here. This is once again a big test for tech. And eventually I will get out a lot when I'm going on this even more often. So if you get a DUI, this is what happens. You get arrested. I haven't had a DUI, but I have been arrested. And very close family members have been. It sucks. It's not worth it. Uber home. Uber. Get you some food on the way home with the Uber Eats driver. Eat some French fries drunk. Like I haven't drank since Uber's been around, essentially. And luckily, when I drank, I wasn't a big driver. I never did that. I never was somebody who was like, "I give me the keys. Give me the keys. I didn't drive home fine." I just wasn't. I was more like, "You drive me." And in saying that, I think I saved myself from definitely, some DUIs. And I definitely want those who are watching now, maybe tonight you're going to head out, have a couple drinks. You're like, "I'm fine, Carlos. I'm fine." And you probably won't be. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you will. You can ask a friend. You can do a breath meter. 2.7. I don't know what the hell it is. That sounds pretty drunk. My point is, if you really don't know, hit an Uber up. Maybe that was the whole point of this live, for you to watch this live and be like, "Oh, I was watching Carlitos, and he said take an Uber home today because I want you around. I'll be doing a lot more stuff." You know, might not be around. Jake Paul. He's fighting a savage beast named Mike Perry, a former UFC and and current bare knuckle champion. Talk about a tough ass fight. This is the world we live in, folks. 4 years ago, if you would have said that Jake Paul will have one of the biggest fights in the world, you would have said, shut up. There's no way. There's no way. And guess what? That's the case right now. That is the case. The fact is that a former, YouTube star, you were in drug class with both. Christopher, that's funny. And when you don't realize how quickly things can change. He worked his ass off. He is a legitimate boxer. I've watched plenty of his fights. He's taken all the fights that he should take. He's made a lot of attention, and that's why it's called prize fighting. He changed his life, and he shifted in a different direction. He was going down a bad road. He was partying too much. He was getting in the wrong crowd, and he said, I'm going to become a full-time boxer. I'm going to take these fights. He's got a wonderful fiance, I believe, and his life is doing good. You can do the same thing. I don't give a shit what you're doing right now. I don't give a shit what you're doing right now. Whatever you're currently doing, you have said to yourself, all right, that's my standard. Your job, your house, your money, your dog, don't matter. and you've just said, okay, that's what it's going to be. No, let's change that today. Let's up the standard. That's what Jake Paul did. 4 years ago, it was a joke for him. Now he has one of the biggest fights in the world coming up with Mike Perry. Oh, yeah, Mike Perry, the Savage, the Beast, Orlando guy. And I've met him before. The guy's got a worse nose than me. I got a pretty beat up nose here. I've been in a lot of fights. Mike Perry, though, his nose has been on the back of his head before, and he kept fighting. He's never quit. I don't even think he's ever been knocked out. Jake Paul's fighting a Savage. It's going to be in Tampa. I'm probably going to go. Hope to see you there. This is the little motivational nugget out of that. You can change your life however you want at any point in time. You just have to make a decision. Don't make a choice because you will break that choice. But if you make the decision to change your life in whatever way you want to, go for it and use AI. Make yourself sound a little smarter. Make things a little easier. Develop things. You got this. All right. I appreciate you watching this live. Please, please like, comment, and share. It means the world, and it actually gets everything out here. So please, please, please subscribe. I'm trying to put out stuff daily. And I do know one thing. Today will be a great day. To the top, never stop.